What's going on, you guys? Your boy here, TheChrisPhoenix, making, that's right, a Bound for Glory 2012 predictions. And I said in my previous video, no, I am not going to the Bound for Glory pay-per-view. I chose instead to save up my money for the Royal Rumble in a few months. That's right here in Phoenix. And, I was willing to go at Bound for Glory, but, just kind of changed my mind. I was thinking, it doesn't feel right, but I'm sure it'll be a good show, so let's kick it off, shall we? First off, you got Joey Ryan versus Al Snow, and the winner, if Joey Ryan wins, he will get a TNA contract, and from what I've been seeing from TNA, they've been pushing Joey Ryan for a while. Whenever it seems like they have their gut check, Joey Ryan's out there like, oh, I should have a contract. I'm the best in this company. I'm a good asset. I'm a future champion. Yada yada yada. And Al Snow's like, oh, you're not ready, along with Bruce Pritchard and Taz. So, I'm not gonna say that I'm really looking forward to this. It's gonna be one of those matches that's just like, yeah. But I don't know with Joey Ryan, it just seems like they've been pushing this guy, and I'm not gonna say he's gonna be the next Austin Aries or something, but a new talent in the company is new talent, so it is what it is. Next you got Tara versus Miss Teschmacher for the TNA Knockouts Championships. Now I know a lot of people didn't really like their match at No Surrender. I think this time around will be better. They have more chemistry facing each other in the ring. And I think Teschmacher's done a pretty good job with the belt. I think she's done, a decent job. And, we'll see what happens. I think Teschmacher's probably going to win it. I don't know who's going to beat her, though. That's the thing. They've kind of pushed her to the max. That's like, she's beating everybody in the division. Gail Kim, Max Rain, Mickey James, Tara, obviously, so, she's beating everybody, so it's like, okay, you might need some new faces in the knockout division, maybe, just saying, but I think Miss Teschmacher's going to win. Next you got Zema Ion versus RVD. Does someone want to explain to me how the hell RVD's, X Division? Why, because he knows high-flying moves his whole entire career, just like that, he's in the X Division? Plus, last time I checked, didn't the freaking Cruiserweight, the X Division have a Cruiserweight into it, or did they get rid of that? Anyways, Zema versus RVD. Normally I'd say RVD is going to win, because, that whole saying, no job Rob, never loses. But, let's face it, they're just waiting until Jesse Sorensen comes back, and from what I hear, that might be a few months or so, I'm going to go with Zema Ion. Next you got Samoa Joe versus Magnus for the television championship. And, these guys I thought could be interesting. I thought they were a pretty good tag team. They were over with the crowd. And, Joe was actually taken serious in the whole, Bound for Glory series. Magnus, I thought maybe they could have done a little bit better building him up there. They didn't do all that great. This was bad as Robbie E, but still, it was just, you could have done better. But I think with Magnus, and now it's like, again, most of these feuds have been pushed aside for Aces and Eights, and that's too bad, too, because, I know Aces and Eights is like the main program type of deal. Not the main program, but one of the big parts of the program right now for TNA. It's just like, I wish, and I think a lot of people can agree with me here, excuse me, that you could have done a better job promoting and building up these feuds so that more people be invested into them, because I think this could be a pretty good match between Joe and Magnus. But anyways, back to the match. I think Joe will win and will retain the television championship. Next you got this match, which I think should be the main event. I don't think it is, but to me it should be. Bobby Roode versus Jane Storm, street fight, special enforcer King Mo, former UFC fighter King Mo, is the special enforcer. So, let's face it, we've been waiting for this match for, what, a year now? Close to it? And, at least 6 months. But, you know, this is going to be a good match. I mean, these guys have chemistry with each other, obviously years tag teaming with each other. We've saw a few times of them brawling, facing each other, one-on-one competition. That's been some good stuff. So this could be really good. This could be really entertaining, and I'm really looking forward to it. To me, Storm has to win, because Rude's won, like, what, every single time practically? You need Storm to win it. So, you know, kind of get his revenge on Rude. Next, you got the the three-team, triple threat tag team match for the tag titles. Styles and Angle versus Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez versus Daniels and Kazarian. TNA could go in separate ways here. You know, I know Guerrero and Hernandez, they just became a tag team a couple months ago when Guerrero came into TNA. Styles and Angle, they already won it, but then they lost it like a week later because the whole Claire Lynch thing. Oh God, please, I don't want to remember that. And of course, you have Daniels and Kazarian still being the champion. To me, I can see them going with Styles and Angle winning it. I really can, and I think that's what they're gonna do. But believe it or not, I might not be surprised. Maybe Guerrero and Hernandez just because it's different. You know, different tag team. You know, winning it. I don't think Kazarian and Daniels are gonna keep it, so I'm gonna go with Styles and Angle. Next, you got Aces and Eights versus Sting and Bully Ray. And whoever thinks Bully Ray is not going to turn on Sting, you got another thing coming for you, because it's just like, it's too obvious, man, come on. And then Bully Ray is like, LOL, I'm the leader of Aces and Eights. Honestly, I thought it was Jeff Jarrett, you know, beginning. I was like, and then I was like, maybe Eric Bischoff, you know, and then it's like, oh look, it's Bully Ray. But I don't know how this is going to go over. I mean, Bully Ray obviously is like the hottest heel you got in the company. And, you know, Sting, well over his prime. The only reason why he's in this match is because it's Sting and the fact he's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame the night before. And then you got Aces and Eights. It's like, okay, no one cared about Aries versus one of the members of Austin, facing one of the members of Aces and Eights last week. They're going to care about this? They're going to care about a guy who's probably going to retire in a few years. And a guy who should have been retired by now against two masked men in the ring. And this is your biggest pay-per-view of the year. I'm sorry, but I don't think many people are going to be interested in that. But willing to give it a chance. So, honestly, Aces are going to win, I think. So, then you got the match that I guess will be main eventing. The World Heavyweight Championship between Jeff Hardy versus Austin Aries. Now, from what I hear is, you know, they're trying to make Austin Aries look heel. And I'm thinking, you already had Aries heel last year. Granted, he was most over heel in TNA that I can remember quite some time. But, you know, what are you going to do? You know, because, you know, supposedly Jeff Hardy's, you know, contract's expiring soon, and people think he's going to jump back ship to WWE, because WWE needs, you know, stars, we need more people in the main event. So, don't know what's going to happen there. To me, they need to keep it on Aries. That's just me. They need to keep it on Aries for, you know, maybe until Genesis next year or something. You know, I know that's only a few months away. But maybe I think they should keep it till then. But knowing TNA, they're going to give Jeff Hardy his little moment of shine. You know, he needed his redemption from, you know, giving one more, you know, shot. And this is Jeff Hardy's one more shot, you know, being TNA World Champion, you know, so I think that's what is going to happen. But honestly, this, if you look at this card, it looks pretty good. You know, this looks like a pretty good card. You know, there's a couple matches are kind of about, but everything else should be a good show. I mean, it's the biggest show of the year. It's Bound for Glory. So, anyways, guys, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give predictions down below, video responses if you want. Catch y'all later.